What's up, YouTube? Okay, Primer here. So this is literally being recorded 10 minutes after finishing my week 1 game against Alex and the Grand Scaratinas. And to sum it up the best that I can, there were some mons that immediately showed that I wasn't, that I saw I wasn't going to be a huge fan of going forward. And I needed to get something different in their place. Okay. To try to make it work as best I can. First mon, Rotom Heat. This is a call to everyone. Okay. When Rotom's only recovery move, only recovery can come from leftovers, maybe a berry, or rest. That's bad. Rotom without recovery is really, really tough to work with. It is not good. So, I'm getting rid of it. I don't have any interest in using it anymore. Trying to get it to do something week 1 was insane. Nearly impossible, it felt. And so, I'm just going to say screw it and not bother. I'm not doing it. I can't. I refuse. Trying to use Rotom without Pain Split is so unbelievably difficult. I literally just want to bash my head through a wall trying to utilize this thing. So, that thing's done. Done for life. Never touching a Rotom. I don't think... I honestly, unless they give it's some alternate form of recovery this gen, or they give it like, or they give it Pain Splitting back once like Home is out, and they actually don't do the thing where they're like have movesets revert to what would be in the new game it's coming into kind of thing that they seem to be doing. If they don't give Rotom back Pain Split at some point, or some other form of recovery, I don't foresee myself drafting a Rotom at all for the remainder of this generation. I've used it, Rotom Wash, a bit in LET, which is one of my Wi-Fi leagues that I'm in. It's bad. It's not good. It still does what Rotom does, but the fact that I have to run Citrus Berry on it almost every single time I bring it to try to get some form of use out of it is absurd. And then this thing, just trying to survive the battle with this thing was ludicrously impossible. So, Rotom Heat, he's done. He's done. He's out. Bombardier. Now, Bombardier actually didn't perform terribly bad. But I realized I need a little bit more speed. Not being able to fully outpace a lot of things with the team was not great. Also noticed that my team has like no real weakness to Psychic at all. So a Dark type isn't as super useful, and I have plenty of ways of dealing with Ghosts, with Garganical, with Brain turning off. With Houndstone on offensive capabilities, Oinkologne defensively. I have plenty of ways of dealing with Ghost types. I'm not super worried about it. Losing Knockoff kind of stinks, but I needed to make this move to try to like balance out what I'm losing in this exchange to the best of my ability. It's not a perfect set of swaps, but it's not a perfect swap, but it's better than nothing. I might still be making one more swap, and actually I'm gonna double check in the rules because I don't remember if I can do all my swaps at once. I know I have 3 left. I'll have to see if I can take a quick look at that. Oh no, I can still make another one. Cool. I'm actually going to start looking at that right now while we're... Oh, didn't mean to pull that up. while we're recording, because if I can make that other swap now as well, I will do so. Because I realized I got something with one of my new mons that I literally was the only reason that I had one of my other lower tier mons, so I could potentially get something spicy. Potentially actually still get a dark type, which would be cool. Because now, spoilers, I do have a weakness to psychic now on the team. Technically 2. I'm going to fix that, make it only 1. Anything good, anything good, anything good, anything good. You don't count as good. Although, why does it feel like I might end up having to do that? That might be an option. That might actually be an option. Hold on. That might actually be what I need to do. I really don't like that that's where I'm at, but screw it. Alright, I'm going to do it as well. I'm going to put that one in as well. Oh, that just makes my team hella weak to that type. I want to look more into it as I go. But I definitely think another change needs to be done. It's just a matter of finding which one it is. I have a Psyche type on my team, so that's good. I don't have a bug. Do not have a bug. I don't have a bug on my roster. So that seems like a safe thing to go for. Is there any other bugs? Any other bugs? Nope. Okay, that'll be it. All right, we'll do that then. We'll do that one then. Right, that was the one that I saw, right? Yes. Cool. Alright. Lock that one in too. Okay, we've used 4 of our transactions now. So we've kind of tweaked the team a good bit. This is going to be fun. Okay, we got rid of Bombardier. Right, okay, cool. Great. Next one that we got rid of is Lucario. Literally was just looking for an excuse to get rid of this. I'm not going to lie. I have no interest in using Lucario. I don't like it. I don't like them on at all. I never have. So any reason I can get rid of Lucario is good. You might see... You're going to see really quickly who we're getting. That's fine. And the last one we're dropping is going to be Swalot. One of the new mons we got literally does the 2 things that I got Swalot for. It's a grounded poison, and it has toxic spikes. So, in the hindsight of it all, don't really think I need Swalot anymore. So if I can get something else for Swalot that I could potentially add something a little bit more to my team, worth it. So the first one we're going to have is Flamigo. Don Quixote do Flamigo. So it keeps me with a flying type. It gives me a flying type with good flying stab. It is stronger than Bombardier, which is always a plus. It is also, fun fact, stronger than Lucario. Okay. You're still with me, right? It's stronger on the physical side than Lucario. Don't care about its special attack. It has kind of okay-ish bulk. It's the same speed as Lucario, right? Faster than Bombardier, so it's already better than both of them on the physical side, which is great. And this frickin' Flamingo has Scrappy. So I can hit ghost types with my close combats. I can spam close combat and smack some ghosties. So, that's fire. This Mon is great. It actually has a decent little bit of coverage. It's got U-turn, so I still have some form of momentum. It can set up swords dances. It can close combat. It can brave bird. It has liquidation. It's Flamigo is a really fun Mon. I am using it in LET at the moment. And it is a lot of fun to build with. It's a lot of fun to utilize. I very, very much enjoy Flamigo a lot. I think Flamigo is great. I'm stoked to use it. The only reason I didn't initially draft it here was because I was trying to use more things that I didn't use yet, and maybe I'll use Bombardier in the future in another league or something else. Maybe it'll fit better on a team. Maybe it'll, whatever. Maybe it'll be tiered lower, which I think probably if it was a tier 4, it might be better. I don't know. It seems like once it's gonna drop tiering wise as more Mons come into the generation later on. I mean, by the time this league started, right, there were one Mon got added to the tiers mere weeks before the league started in Charizard, and one Mon just got added back that would be added in for next season that just missed the cut in Cinderace. So it's a thing that's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of Mons getting added back, especially once Home gets released. All the Hisuian Mons are going to be coming. A lot of other stuff's going to be coming through. The Kalos starters and such like that. And some, the legendaries as well. Not the uber legendaries, but stuff like the genies and the birds and stuff are all going to be coming back. So there's going to be a lot of new options to toy with, and I think a lot of Mons are going to get dropped down. I think a lot of Mons are only in the tier that they're in because of the limited decks. So we have Don Quixote, the Doflamingo here. 2 that grounded poison type now, and a steel type that I like a little bit better. We have Revov Room. Now I've called mine Suit. It's in another league. I don't like that as much. V8 I've toyed with. I don't know a lot about cars and engines. I'll be completely honest with you. I have absolutely no clue what I'm talking about when it comes to cars. Not even the slightest bit. Couldn't even remotely fathom how cars function. I don't know. I don't get it. So it is what it is. I just don't understand cars. But what I do understand is this thing's cool. What would be a good name for you? It's just sentient engine. Because you run the Starmobiles, I think, and I love the Team Star storyline. So Hasta la Vista, the River Room, we're going to go with that, roll with it. It is very bulky. 80, 90, 67 is pretty solid. It's a bulkier steel type, which is good. It has access to Filter, which is great. Yes, it's 4 times weak to ground, but the Filter still kind of helps a little bit with that. So it can still actually live a ground move if it needs to. It does have Toxic Spikes, which is great, and also toxic. Spin Out, really strong, consistent Steel Stab, which is good. It's got good Poison Stab. It does have Parting Shot, so I don't lose Parting Shot, which is nice. Iron Defense and stuff as well I can set up with it. It has Haze, which is cool. It has Shift Gear, so good setup potential. I also just want to note, it is also stronger than Lucario. Just want to make note of this, it is stronger than Lucario, and the same speed as Lucario, and it can set up slightly better than Lucario, in my opinion. Lucario is ass. Yes, that's going to blow up your headphones. Yes, it's going to probably sound like shit. I don't care. I need people to understand Lucario's ass. I need people to learn. People that need to understand. So, we have Revavroom. Cool. Hasta la vista, the Revavroom. Next up, we need speed. So, I brought this boy over from my playthrough. We got Kaminari, the Kilowattrel. We needed speed. Our fastest Mon, being Screamtail, is great and all. It's fine. But at the same time, holy hell, it is so hard to get anything going when my fastest Mon is only base 111. And I know saying only base 111 is crazy in the mind of anyone who thinks normally, but genuinely I think that this... Excuse me, I apologize. I genuinely believe that it's just not good. It's not fast enough. There are so many really fast, threatening things this generation. There's so many strong things this gen that, like, speed is key. Like, we're still not even touching the higher end of the speed tiers at this point, but we're touching the better ones. The fact that we barely outsped Miss Magius in that matchup, that's tough. That's really rough. You know, I have a team in another league with a bunch of faster Mons. I have Iron... you've seen in PTG. I have Iron Valiant. I have Chin Pao. Those Mons are insane. And it's because they outspeed 80% of the metagame and can actually do something with it on a consistent basis. So, having something that's fast, like Kilowattrel, where I can actually outspeed 80% of the metagame and potentially do something with that, I think is going to be huge. I think it's going to be really, really huge. I think it's going to be really solid, and I think that Kaminari is actually going to be incredibly good for our team. It gives me an electric immunity, which is so much better than what I had before, in the fact that I had no immunity whatsoever, and I can just get Volt Switched on. I had to have Terra Ground just to make sure I can't just get Volt Switched on for free by every team. So now I have an immunity, which is great. I also have Competitive, which can be really useful in certain matchups. Wind Power could be something I get use out of, potentially, if I see a room for a Tailwind setup in the future. Also an option. So we will see how this thing pans out for the team. I'm excited for it. And now the Mon I just dropped Swalot for, Kricketune. This thing is, it's got Technician, which is cool. Technician Aerial Ace, gets that new move Pounce to lower speed, and such like that. It gets Perish Song, which is kind of cool. Gets a couple options like that. The big thing is the big reason why I ended up deciding to go with Kricketune over Swalot is Sticky Web. Swalot's role got filled by something else, so it had no purpose to be here anymore. So I needed to either remove it and either A, get something that filled another role that I was losing, which in theory I already kind of did, right? I got multiple ground immunities for this. I didn't get a fire type. There's no other fire types left. I want you to understand. There's no fire types left. Okay, one fire type left. The only fire type left in the entire draft, okay? The only fire type left on the tier list without digging into the NFEs is Fletchinder. That's it. Fletchinder or Iron Moth, and I don't want to drop Garganackle yet. We'll see. But, yeah. Iron Moth and Fletchinder are the only remaining fire types on the entire tier list. And I double-checked it twice. 3 times, 4 times, 8 times. I have looked over the tier list as many times as I physically can to hope that I missed something. And I did not. So, can't get a fire type. Got replaced one ground immunity with another, and then got another ground immunity on top of it with my electric type, so that's great. Cool. Kept parting shot. Cool. Perfect. That's fine. Got a new steel type. Got a stronger physical attacker. Got a better fighting type. Great. Got a toxic spike setter. Got a grounded poison type. Great. So Flamigo fills those roles, Kaminari fills those roles, and Revavroom fills those roles. Perfectly. So, in the hindsight of it all, I needed something new. So, I originally debated on getting Krokorok. Krokorok went through my brain, but then I had the realization that I was like, if I get Krokorok, I'm literally swapping out 2 ice resists for 2 extra ice weaknesses on top of it all. And, like, well, that's not terrible. My team's has some good ice resists. It'd be better off if I didn't add more weaknesses to it. So I think it was safe to call, add something like Kricketune that can provide me with sticky webs, a new hazard that gives my team a little bit more of an edge, forces people to want to bring their hazard removal more, and it's something that has to be in the back of every single team's mind when we're going through. So that's my plan with Kricketune. So, yeah, those are our team swaps. So, yeah. These will be available for our match against Anthony, and that's going to be great. So, stay tuned for that. Till then, I'm Pokey Primer, signing off. Peace!